okay, tapos na yung termino nila. And at the time, he was that mentioned the People's Initiative was actually to hold on to power, right? At ngayon, float na naman nila yung charter change simply because the Supreme Court challenged yung proseso na gusto sana nila pumunta Tagalog ko. The process that they want eventually, kasi question siya. Tapos ngayon, kinonect nila yung charter change. Ang niisip ko ngayon, di kaya they're just trying to reuse again the same intention, the same playbook, kaya lang ini-spin nila differently this time. Kasi nga, may resistance na at that time dun sa People's Initiative. Kaya na sinasabi ko ni Lambino, alam nyo, halos wala na pong, ako nakikita ko dito bilang negosyante, na parang halos ang hirap-hirap, no? Ang hirap-hirap ibangon ang ekonomiya ng Pilipinas. Lahat po ng economic barometers natin ngayon, baba. Yung mga investors natin ngayon, lumalabas na sila, ayaw na nilang pumasok sa Pilipinas para mag-invest. Sobrang hirap. Sa totoo lang, it's just, I think it's really just God, no? That will have to intervene to really save the Philippines. Pray po natin, lagi ang Pilipinas, at naniniwala din po ako na ang Diyos active to save the Philippines. Naniniwala ba kayo doon?
Yes.
Alright. Which brings me to the next question. I'm not saying this is God's intervention, but which brings me to the next topic na pre-prepare natin, which is the health of the President. Okay? So ngayon, tanong po natin, marami po nagtatanong, Dr. Mata, dun sa sinasabi ng Malacanang na ang sakit daw ng Presidente natin is diverticulitis. Para po sa mamamayang nanonood sa atin ngayon, can you please explain what that is?
Okay, pag sinabi pong diverticulitis, pag may tis po sa end, ibig sabihin infection po yan. Katulad ng tonsillitis. So diverticulitis is an infection.
Marites.
Pag wala pang infection, ang tawag po doon ay diverticulosis. So ano muna yung diverticulosis? Pag nagkakaedad tayo, kulang sa fiber yung ating kinakain, parating tinitipid, masyadong pressured yung ating bituka dahil hindi nagsaslide, hindi dumadaloy lang yung dumi ng maluwag, nagkakaroon ng pressure doon sa ating large intestine. Dahil sa pressure na yun, nilalabas yan na parang mga bulsa-bulsa. Yung tinatawag nating outpouching ba? Para bang may lumalabas na bulsa-bulsa dahil sa pressure sa loob ng bituka. Ngayon, pwede po yung magka-infection yung mga bulsa-bulsa na yun. Pag na-infection yun, magkanana, ang tawag po doon ay diverticulitis. So, yun po ang dineclare na sinabi ng mga doktor na meron po si President ng ganon. Ngayon, pwede po kasi yun na pumutok yung nana na yun at pag lumabas yung dumi sa labas ng bituka, that's a poison. And very delikado po talaga yan, and sometimes the doctors might say na tanggal yung bituka at yung bituka ay dito mo na ipapadaan sa labas ng tiyan para doon yung dumi. Dahil nga, delikado yung portion na yun. So, now, with the announcement ni Senator Amy na gumagamit daw si President ng cocaine, which is sabi po niyo ng kanyang kapatid, it's a very dangerous scenario pag combine po. Pag ikaw po ay diverticulitis at gumagamit ng cocaine, kasi ang cocaine po, pwedeng tumaas ang blood pressure mo. Or kahit hindi tumaas ang blood pressure mo, pwede umiit yung blood supply sa bituka. Ang tawag po doon ay ischemic colitis. Parang bang nilagyan mo ng rubber band yung mga blood supply na ma-injure yung bituka. So kung meron ka pong diverticulitis na at kumonte yung blood supply na allegedly baka possible dahil sa paggamit ng cocaine at nasabi po ng kapatid niya, it's very dangerous na pwede pong lumala bigla. Yung, kasi malambot na ng portion yun eh. So, in other words, kung yung pong declaration na may gano'n, kailangan, kung merong use of gano'n, kailangan talagang sudden stop. Kasi delikado na po kung gano'n, kung ipagpatuloy. And of course, the issue naman of withdrawal, kung meron naman, is another issue na kung gumagamit po si President. So, I agree yung mga advice po ni Senator Ivy bilang kapatid na kailangan asikasuhin ng mabuti kasi baka may mga complications na mangyayari.
Ang pumapasok sa isang atin lang to na kailangan ng ekstrang pulsa kasi maraming nanakaw. So, kaya doon pinapasok. But anyway, That's just a joke. Pero yung pong about this, ano po nire-require ng Constitution natin about the President's health and the President's, physical fitness to serve? Ano po exactly yung sinasabi ng Constitution about this in the interest of the public, no? Basically for public interest. Does the Constitution require full transparency about dun sa health content natin? Ano po yung mga limits or mga boundaries na pwede nilang, in terms of revealing the condition of the President?
Yeah, thank you. Very timely, pag-uusapan natin yung issue ngayon ng health of the President. It is a, we can say, national security issue. Very, very important yan. Napaloob yan sa Article 7, Section 12. Paki-check na, Article 7, Section 12 ng ating Constitution. Na, and in accordance also with the provision of Article 3, yung the right of the people to information on matters of public concern. Na kung mayroong issue pertaining to the health of the President, no, then the office of the President must come up with regular information to be given to the public kung ano talaga ang tunay na kalagayan ng Presidente. And the cabinet members so concerned must not be deprived of their duty and obligation to see to it or to even confer with the President kung ano ang kanyang kalagayan. More particularly those who are involved in national security, like the Secretary of National Defense, the National Security Advisor, the Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, and the Chief of the Philippine National Police. These are, or maybe you can include even the Executive Secretary, these are probably the high-ranking officials of the government that must not be denied audience of the President in making sure that he is well and he can still continue functioning as the Chief Executive and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Philippines. Ngayon, may karapatan ba tayo na mamamayang Pilipino, ordinaryong mamamayang Pilipino? Malaman natin, meron kasi nakapaloob yan sa provision po ng Article 3 ng ating Constitution. We have the right to information on matters of public concern. And you correlate that with the provision of Article 7, Section 12 under the Executive Department of the 1987 Constitution. Nakalagay din doon that we must be given the true information on the health of the President. Meron na bang naging desisyon ng Supreme Court tungkol dito? Sa kaso ito, meron. Tignan ninyo, i-search nyo sa Google, Dillon versus Duterte. Duterte na naman. Dillon versus Duterte. Naalala nyo, nung mga panahon na yon, I think this was sometime 2019, hindi ako nagkakamali. Si President Digong, sabi niya na meron akong mga sakit-sakit ko dito, sabi niya, at gumagamit ako ng mga pain reliever para dahil nadisgrasya ako sa motor niya. So somebody filed a case in the Supreme Court. Ito ngayon yung case ng De Leon versus Duterte na kaso. At doon sinabi ng Supreme Court na it is the right of the people to know the real health condition of the President. And it is the obligation of the office of the President to inform the public of what the real condition of the President. Pero sabi ng Supreme Court, the matter of how we can obtain this information, that is something that has to be done by following the course of getting this information. But for us to be denied of the true condition of the President, hindi pwede na gano'n ang mangyayari. So any citizen in the Philippines can now demand from the office of the President